Hey, Bears fans. We are diving into all the latest buzz surrounding our Chicago Bears. Honestly, there's a lot to unpack. First off, the injury report is looking much better than it has in recent weeks, which is a welcome change for a team that has had to battle through its share of setbacks. Key players are trending back toward full health, and that alone can be a game changer as we head into what promises to be a crucial stretch of the season. On the offensive side, the team is working hard to find consistency, and we are seeing some promising trends in practice that suggest the Bears are starting to get into a rhythm. There's a strong sense from the coaching staff that attention to detail is more critical than ever, and you can see that being reinforced both on the practice field and in meetings. There's a clear emphasis on discipline and execution, and it's exciting to see that level of accountability being modeled from the top down. The head coach has made it abundantly clear that when something goes wrong, the responsibility does not just fall on the players. The coaching staff is willing to take ownership as well. That kind of leadership sets the tone for the entire team, and it is encouraging to witness that kind of culture building, especially after seasons where inconsistency has been a problem. Looking at the competition, the Browns have a young quarterback who is beginning to make waves. Shader Sanders is bringing an energy to that offense that hasn't been seen in recent years, and while there have been ups and downs, it's impossible to ignore the way he is influencing their game plan. He is more willing to take risks and push the ball downfield, creating explosive opportunities that can change the momentum in a moment. For the Bears, this is a signal that preparation and focus on both sides of the ball are more important than ever. They can't just rely on pass strategies. They have to anticipate the ways Sanders might extend plays or force the defense into uncomfortable situations. His mobility and ability to create on the fly are traits that demand respect, even if he is not yet at the level of the elite athletes in the league. This makes the upcoming matchup not only a test of skill, but also a test of strategy and discipline. On the defensive side, there is optimism about the Bears' ability to handle the Browns' attack. Players who were limited in practice are trending upward, and even those with minor injuries are participating more fully in team drills. The cornerback room, in particular, has been a focus, with young players rotating in and out, gaining valuable reps while seasoned players recover. This depth will be essential, especially in a game where weather conditions are expected to be a factor. Cold and wind can make passing and kicking more difficult, and it emphasizes the importance of a balanced game plan, particularly establishing a run game early to wear down the opposing front. The Bears have shown that they can endure and overcome physically demanding matchups, and leveraging that ability could tilt the game in their favor. Maintaining composure and executing fundamentals in these conditions is often the deciding factor between a win and a loss, and this is something the coaching staff is emphasizing relentlessly. A major theme this week has been starting faster and more aggressively. Last week, the passing game struggled to gain traction, and the offensive line faced challenges in both pass protection and run blocking. The Bears have been focusing on explosive plays and maximizing their opportunities right from the first snap. This kind of concentrated preparation in practice, coupled with an emphasis on energy and urgency, often translates directly into improved performance on game day. The team is aware that slow starts can quickly snowball against competent opponents, and the messaging from coaches and players alike underscores the importance of hitting the ground running. Establishing a rhythm in the run game early not only sets the pace, but also begins a gradual wearing down of the opposing defense, creating openings and opportunities as the game progresses. When the team is disciplined, executing plays with precision and maintaining focus under pressure, the results speak for themselves. There is also a noteworthy sense of accountability among the coaching staff that extends beyond the XS and OS. For example, last week's game highlighted moments where decision-making could have been sharper, and the head coach openly admitted responsibility for positioning and coverage choices. That transparency sets a standard for players to follow, demonstrating that mistakes are part of the game but must be learned from immediately. It is refreshing to see a coaching staff that is not afraid to hold itself accountable while maintaining high expectations for the players. This dual approach of personal responsibility and strict standards fosters an environment where improvement is not just encouraged but demanded. Players are aware that their development is a priority, but so is their commitment to executing correctly during critical moments. This focus on growth, discipline, and performance under pressure is likely to continue shaping the team's approach as they face each new challenge. On special teams, progress has been steady, with fewer glaring errors and a cleaner execution of kick coverage and returns. While there are still opportunities for explosive plays, the improvement over the early season missteps is evident. Attention to detail here is just as important as in offensive or defensive schemes because field position can determine the flow of the game. The Bears have shown that they are capable of adapting, making small adjustments that cumulatively create a more consistent and formidable unit. This is especially important as the team navigates through cold weather games where the margin for error is smaller and every yard matters. Consistency in all phases of the game, including special teams, will be a cornerstone of success moving forward. On the injury front, the news is generally encouraging. While a few players remain sidelined, the overall picture shows key contributors trending back to full participation. This includes wide receivers and cornerbacks who are integral to both offensive schemes and defensive coverage rotations. Having these players available will provide the team with more flexibility and options on the field, allowing them to rotate effectively and keep players fresh throughout the game. Depth and health are crucial as the season progresses, and the Bears appear to be in a stronger position than they have been for several weeks. The coaching staff is clearly monitoring each player's progress and making thoughtful decisions about participation, balancing short-term needs with long-term player health. Offensively, the focus is on establishing the run game and creating opportunities for explosive plays downfield. Quarterbacks are being pushed to stay composed and execute under pressure, while receivers are working to refine their timing and route running. The offensive line is sharpening its technique, focusing on leverage, hand placement, and situational awareness to protect the quarterback and open lanes for the run game. These incremental improvements in practice build confidence and cohesion, translating into better performance when the stakes are highest. The team's preparation and attention to detail are evident, and there is a sense that the Bears are ready to capitalize on opportunities and handle adversity with composure. Defensively, the emphasis is on containment, tackling, and maintaining situational awareness. Young players are gaining valuable experience, and seasoned veterans are leading by example, setting a tone of accountability and execution. The coaching staff continues to stress discipline and focus, especially in cold and windy conditions where simple mistakes can quickly turn into momentum shifts for the opposing team. By preparing methodically and emphasizing fundamentals, the Bears are positioning themselves to handle dynamic offensive threats like Sanders while still playing aggressively and decisively. The overall picture is one of a team building momentum, integrating lessons from previous games, and executing a clear, disciplined approach in all phases. There is optimism that the Bears' focus on health, preparation, and accountability will translate into a strong performance on the field. Every decision, from how they handle their injury returnees to how they approach special teams, reflect a comprehensive effort to give themselves the best chance for success. The coaching staff's leadership, coupled with players' commitment to improvement and execution, sets a tone of professionalism and determination that is both exciting and reassuring for fans as the team navigates the challenges ahead. As we look ahead to this week's matchup, there is a palpable sense of urgency and focus throughout the Bears organization. Every player and coach knows the stakes, and it is clear that this team is determined to maintain momentum while addressing areas that have caused issues in the past. The emphasis on starting fast is front and center, and you can see it reflected in the way practices are conducted. Quarterbacks are being drilled to read defenses more quickly, make decisive throws, and manage the game with a balance of aggression and caution. The wide receivers are fine-tuning their timing, understanding that crisp routes and reliable hands are essential in adverse weather conditions, where every incompletion can feel magnified. The offensive line is also under close scrutiny, focusing on communication, leverage, and situational awareness to maintain a clean pocket for the quarterback and open lanes for the running game. This attention to detail at all levels underscores the coaching staff's commitment to excellence and highlights the importance of preparation in every facet of the game. The running game, in particular, is being positioned as a strategic weapon to control the pace of play and exploit the weaknesses of the Browns' defensive front. Establishing a ground attack early in the game serves multiple purposes. It wears down defenders, creates manageable second and third downs, and opens up opportunities for play-action passing. By forcing the defense to respect the run, the Bears can create space for explosive plays downfield, which has been a point of emphasis all season. The coaching staff is acutely aware that in cold and windy conditions, consistency in the running game can often dictate the outcome, and they're preparing their players accordingly. The running backs are working on patience, vision, and ball security, while the offensive line drills simulate the types of resistance they will face on game day. The integration of these elements shows a holistic approach to preparation, ensuring that every player understands their role and executes with confidence. On the defensive side, the Bears are preparing for a Browns offense that has shown flashes of brilliance, particularly with their young quarterback, Sanders. His mobility and ability to extend plays demand disciplined coverage, and quick adjustment from the defensive backs and linebackers. The coaching staff is emphasizing gap integrity, tackling form, and communication in the secondary, knowing that one breakdown could lead to a big play. The defensive line is being pushed to maintain pressure while managing their stamina, as controlling the line of scrimmage will be critical against a quarterback who is willing to take risks and challenge the defense downfield. Every player is being reminded that attention to detail, combined with aggressive execution, is the key to containing explosive plays and keeping the opponent off balance. Special teams will also play a significant role in this matchup. Field position, particularly in cold weather, can drastically alter the rhythm of the game, and the Bears are working to capitalize on opportunities for positive yardage while minimizing mistakes. Kickoff coverage, punt returns, and situational awareness are all areas of emphasis, with players practicing the nuances that can lead to small advantages accumulating into decisive moments. Improving consistency in this phase of the game is not only about avoiding errors, but also about creating momentum-shifting plays that energize the team and set the tone for each drive. The Bears understand that in tightly contested games, these seemingly minor details can have outsized impacts, and preparation reflects that mindset. In terms of leadership and accountability, the coaching staff's approach has been a standout. There's a culture of responsibility where players are expected to hold themselves and each other accountable. But coaches also model that behavior by owning their decisions and learning from mistakes. This transparency reinforces trust and encourages players to push their limits while understanding that errors are part of the learning process. The message is consistent. Preparation, discipline, and execution are non-negotiable, and the team is collectively working toward a higher standard. Young players are benefiting from this guidance, gaining insight into how to handle adversity and perform under pressure, which will serve the team well both in the present and in future seasons. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, the Chicago Bears have reportedly completed a blockbuster trade with the Cleveland Browns, landing star pass rusher MYLES Garrett. While neither team has confirmed all the details publicly, sources close to the situation suggest that the Bears are signaling a new era on the defensive side of the ball, one that could rival the dominant units often seen in the AFC. Garrett, known for his relentless motor and game-changing ability to disrupt quarterbacks, would immediately transform a Bears defense that has struggled for consistency in recent seasons. Insiders are buzzing that the front office is fully committed to building a defensive powerhouse, and this acquisition could be just the first step in a series of moves aimed at reshaping the team's identity. The speculation is that Chicago's front seven will now carry the kind of intimidation factor that forces opposing offenses to rethink their approach. The trade comes amid murmurs that the Bears are determined to shake up the narrative around their team. Garrett's presence could serve not only as a game-changer on the field, but also as a signal to free agents and fans alike that Chicago is serious about competing at the highest level. Some analysts are already drawing comparisons to elite AFC defenses that have terrorized quarterbacks and anchored championship runs in recent years. There's also chatter about how the team plans to pair Garrett with existing talents, creating a synergy that could redefine the league's perception of the Bears. The buzz suggests that defensive coordinator schemes are being adjusted even before Garrett suits up, with whispers of innovative rotations and specialized packages designed to maximize his disruptive prowess. Social media has exploded with reactions from fans speculating how this could impact the division, with some suggesting that the Bears may now be a defensive juggernaut capable of challenging the league's top offenses. While nothing is officially set in stone beyond the trade, the excitement surrounding Chicago's locker room is palpable. If the rumors hold, the Bears may have just made the boldest defensive statement in years, positioning themselves as a team that could match the physicality and intensity often associated with the AFC's most fearsome units. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.